Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But I'll come back to you. Break stride, I'm sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Oops, I forgot to turn on my mic. Oops. You are listening. I was like, oh, I'm so focused. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong scene too. Damn. You are listening to Midnight Run with you, Michael. Fuck. You know what? Let's just cancel this episode. Let's just not do this tonight. Just kidding. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/MentalLurk Original, where you can watch me mess this up live. This show that I've been doing for like over 2 years now. Yeah, it's like well over 2 years now. We're at what, 124. So yeah, well over 2 years. So I should know what the fuck I'm doing, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, let's be honest, I don't. But does anyone do? That is a question that we can talk about. If you go to twitch.tv/MentalLurk and watch us live, or you can interact in the chat and change how the conversation goes. Also, you can watch the after show where it's only here when the VOD of this is up, or, if you're in the chat, because yeah. But once this is gone, this video is gone off of Twitch, the live stream is gone off of Twitch, you can still watch every single episode, edited, quote unquote, on YouTube, and you can listen to every single episode and watch, I guess, on Spotify. So yeah, that's a thing that you can do. But also, you can listen to Midnight Ramen, the radio show, which is just this that I was doing during college, and doing this as a radio show, clean. So yeah, listen to that too. Where it's a retrospective of all that stuff of 5 years from each episode, which now I have a long wait because of COVID. I just finished up the last episode for a good long bit. And then once that goes on, I think obviously there's, winter break. But then once that, we're in the final stretch, baby. But yeah, it's a lot of episodes. And especially the last one. Oh man, I'm going to have to put some freaking work into that. Like, for that last episode, I went like way long. I went like 4 hours, I think, on that one. I remember filling the sheets out for that, for the station thing. You had to like write out what you were playing on the show. I don't know if it was like front and back, but like I filled out like at least 2 pages full of my set lists. It was pretty massive. You know what else is massive? The low taper fade meme. It's still pretty massive, I gotta say. But that is besides the point. But that show was fun. And I keep talking about it every time, I bring it up. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I had a lot of fun curating it. Some nights I really didn't want to be there just because I was tired as hell. But that's the same now. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. But it's fun to do it. It's fun to, even though, like, I know right now, no offense, like, I'm going to just flat out say it. No one fucking watches this. If I make it big, that would be cool. But like for now, obviously, no one watches this. No one watches this. No one listens to this. All the stuff I do as the preamble is more or less just to say like, hey, if you want to do the, like even if like I were to say to get sponsored, which maybe in the future, maybe who knows, like do ads and stuff like that. But even then, that would make the episodes come out later. But also at the same time, who cares? That means I don't have to open up these anymore. Damn it! But actually, it would. I would still open up a pack, I think. Every time I do that, it's like like quote unquote $15 because I open 3 packs usually. So yeah, and I'm also paying the guys to use their music. So oops, man, I'm at a loss here though. It's just for fun though. I like it. I like doing these. I like making these shows. The fun is not making money. The fun is not making money. It's about the stories, things I tell along the way, and fun times. The rare occasion, an occasional guest. Very rare. But it's been a long time. Other than my girlfriend. Yeah, like episode 19, 20. Yeah, 20. I should know that. Whatever. Who cares? Numbers stink. I'm good at math. Yeah. So it's been a roller coaster sort of day. So the day before, or Monday, freaking, you could walk outside, 50 degrees, wear like basically t-shirt, shorts, you'd be fine. Tuesday, it's raining. It's raining bad, but later in the day it starts snowing, and it's snowing hard and heavy. It was not like slippery bad, but it was bad. Like it was starting to really accumulate. So wake up this morning at like 5 a.m., 5:30, almost like 5:45. I wake up a little bit early so that I can get to work on time. That's the joke there. I don't make it to work on time. And I was like, oh, I might be able to get out of the driveway, out of the garage and out of the driveway. I made it like a good halfway out till my car like said, maybe this is not the brightest idea. But once like I cleared out the driveway, I had some hope. It was quick. Although getting into the snow initially, it was horrible. Ooh, I felt like I was going to basically be stalled and I was never going to get to work. But once I started moving, it was pretty fine. It was pretty fun. Like, I kind of figured what was going to happen, but once, they actually get, like, plows and things actually start getting to work. And honestly, as much as I want to say, like, oh, they weren't doing anything in the morning, they were. But also at the same time, it's like, it looked like nothing, they never touched, like, the road that I lived on, period. It's like, come on. And it was clear, like, empty. And usually there's cars parked on the side of the road. There wasn't last night, which is nuts. Well, because he wouldn't figure it out that morning, though. When you go on top of cars that were outside, just a mound. Like, not enough, like, it was enough that you had to use the snow shovel to get it off. It was funny, but also horrible. But yeah, but once I got to work, I was doing stuff and this and that. But it was also Ash Wednesday, so obviously I went to church and did that sort of stuff too. Yep. Lunch was ass, so I treated myself to dinner at Culver's, and hell yeah, I love Culver's. Especially the one that I go to. Because, like, the one that I go to is just always consistently good. I don't know if it's just the store or if it's just the taste or whatever, the food. But the one that I always go to, fresh, they're fast, they're good, they're tentative. Love it. And I think like the main manager always like comes out and like talks with the guests and stuff like that. Like, and that's so cool. He's really on top of his shit too. Yeah, I like that. Um, I lost my train of thought. I really did. I really did. Oh, I was drinking this Baja Blast, and it reminded me earlier in the day, like one of my friends, like I can't remember who it was. It was like Noah or something like that. Posted like an image of like Midnight Baja, like what was it, Midnight Baja? Actually, let's look at the freaking I can't remember what it's called. The wiki. The wiki, because we haven't looked at the wiki for a while. For the Baja stuff. Because I think I saw something on there not long ago. Maybe I could be wrong. Like, I don't know. Because, like, here it is. Baja Midnight. So apparently, what I know this may not be fake, but given the context, it was probably a Taco Bell like event because they just did one of their quarterly or whatever things for like shareholders, I guess. I can't remember, but this kind of does make sense that they did this. This is real. But passion fruit though, like really the only thing that you have to do to get this, if it's passion fruit, is when you're at Taco Bell, just slide over to the brisk. Like just slide over to that brisk and then you're done. Like that's what this looks like. I'm going to be completely honest. That's what it looks like. And I don't know how. Also, I don't know what the Seto Kaiba. What are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here. But what's some other stuff? Some regular store exclusive ones. I've also heard ramblings or things of other flavors like coming out or this or that. Like honeydew is one that's been like an idea for like years and years and years, but it's never been like official. I know that for sure. It was like kind of like a honeydew melon, which like I don't know what they could do with that. And especially since like the melon flavor I think was taken off the market because it just honestly sucked. It did. Flat out, it just sucked. Nobody liked it. Like I know there were people that did like it, but like compared to say even Spark, like I don't there's not a huge fandom for it. I personally thought it just tasted like you could just have a Jolly Rancher and be the exact same thing. But if Summer Freeze does come back again, oh my god. This year's debate 2025 might be stacked because Summer Freeze is fucking amazing. Like I'll say it. It's amazing. It literally tastes like a bomb pop. And I like what they did last year because obviously it was the 20th anniversary of like Baja Blast and stuff like that. And now like Baja Blast is just out in the market. They finally achieved their dreams. Or really not a dream. More just like they finally got the cojones and just said, fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have it available in stores all the time now. Well, for the foreseeable future. And I'm kind of glad about that. But man, I wonder. Ooh, I would so fuck with an apple cinnamon. But there's also pickle huckleberry. What is huckleberry? What is huckleberry? Hold on. What is huckleberry? What is a huckleberry? What is the taste of a huckleberry? It's just sweet. These are pies, jams, and jellies. Purple and blue are sweeter. Cooked sweetened huckleberries. Gooseberry. So some kind of similar to like a blackberry, I guess. Kind of look like blue. Okay, they kind of look like blueberries, but smaller. Oh, and sweeter? Oh, hell, shit. Shit. I'm into that. But what else is there? Oh, an elderberry. Okay, okay, we've already looked at huckleberry. What's an elderberry? I get the joke. It's just smaller berries. It's just a smaller berry. Obviously, your mother smelled of elderberries. Wait, no. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. That's what it was. That's the joke. We are not the knights who say nee. We are the knights who say dick icky icky patong boom. It's something weird. I can't remember the full line. I like the okay, actually, let's get out of here. Let's get out of there. So like I remember the there was like a trend or like whatever for like the show of what's it called? Camelot, for like something that was going around TikTok where every show the guy that was playing the Knights of Ni would like for the replacement would like do some like absurd replacement of it. Be like, your call's been forwarded to an automatic voice messaging system. At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished with recording, please hang up or press 1 for more options. Like stuff like that, or just out of the blue things. It was hilarious. I can't remember what production it was, but it was funny. I love those sorts of things. My sister's production of like I think SpongeBob was getting some traction on TikTok, and then they ended. I think my sister was running it too, so it's like so yeah, and I've definitely ran like seen a few on my For You page of like random shows or like productions out of nowhere just getting randomly TikTok famous for a little bit, and of course dying because of the show run. Actually seen quite a few, which is weird. Interesting though. Although one just really kind of followed one of the actresses that afterwards, like I keep seeing stuff from it. It's like, okay, I don't know why I keep seeing it. Whatever, cool. But yeah, I gotta get back on TikTok too. Like I haven't really done a whole lot of TikTok stuff. Like I don't know. I think keep trying. I mean, that's the thing too with like content creation. It's like also keep trying. I mean, it sucks that putting these up on the main channel anyways is not good for algorithm stuff. But also just even make a video to put out whatever. I like the ones that actually really did well, but most of them. But like I did get a consistent audiences with like certain videos and whatever things, but now I haven't really made a video in like months, literal months. I didn't have to make a video. Although like now I do have time to sort of do have time to do it, not really, because I kind of don't want to have to be forced to like, hey, I got to take a day to basically sit down, come up with an idea, put it out, go. I kind of don't like it, although I do need to put out stuff more now. Cause like even with like the deck tech stuff, like I like doing deck tech speedruns. Those were easy videos to do just because like, oh, okay, get in front of the camera, ramble about this deck that I like playing, and for like 10 minutes or so, end it, and then go. And although it really wasn't a speedrun, like, if I'm being honest, it's not really a speedrun. It's more about like, what can I do with this deck in 10 minutes and get done with it? But honestly, it's funnier that way. It's funnier that way. It is, and honestly, still though, I'd have to rewatch them. But compared to some other ones, it's faster, comprehensive, interactive. Like you can literally just click a link below and use the deck. You can try it. Like, I hate the ones that like do like TikTok videos or even YouTube videos like, oh, you want this card, this card, this card, this card, this card. But then they're like, okay, can I test it out? No, you gotta buy it for yourself. You gotta make that deck list on another website. Also, we didn't give you a lance or anything, because oops, I guess not. I hate those. I have a strong opinion about a certain Magic content creator that doesn't really do those anymore, that just posts shit for way too long and makes no point of anything. But that's neither here or there. Neither here or there. I used to make fast videos, but now all of a sudden 20-40 minute videos are now common just for 5 fucking cards that are gonna not really do anything, just flounder. Why am I already talking about Magic cards? Son of a bitch. I have no control. I'm opening the packs now. Fuck. All right. Well, we're already getting this story for freaking Dragon Storm for Tarkir already. One of the second of 3 main sets in Magic the Gathering this year. So the other 3 are nothing. They're IP. They're not original IP. Well, they're IPs, but they're not Magic IPs. So I don't know. I feel like I might open some stuff from. I'm probably gonna open up quite a bit of Spider-Man, because frick yeah, dude, Spider-Man. Like, you kidding me, man? Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Who doesn't love Spider-Man? Even though there's no like decks or like commander decks and stuff, like, thank God there's not. But like, also to that point too, like they showed like 6 cards from the set, but you can't play them standard. It's like, why the fuck did you make them then? Why would you make these cards if not to play them in standard? I don't know. 1, 2, right there. I feel like this one's also 1. Yep, I was right. So let's just do this one. Sundial, Dawn Tyrant, Guidelight Pathmaker, Defend the Rider, Fuel the Flames, some commons. We got an art token, or an art card. What do we got? Ooh. Okay, that's pretty cool. Island. Okay, imagine driving one of these with a beer in your hand. Like, man. Yeah, man. With a grog in your hand, especially. Like a grog. Good old grog. We got a foil voyage quick welder. And behind that we got Quag Feast. Choose target creature, planeswalker, or vehicle, mill 2 cards and destroy up to 1 target per enemy if that mana value is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. That's actually not bad. It's not bad. Okay, next pack, we got a Pit Automaton. Yep. Molt Tender. Aspire Motorcycle Feller. Get rid of these cards. These common cards. We got, for the another art card. We got the Bugmobile. Carrion Cruiser. Tranquil Cove for the land. A foil Foul Roads for the foil. Oh, yes. Yes, we got a Cursed Cloth Wrappings. This is good. This is good for zombies. I'm going to put that in my zombies deck. I already have another zombies deck. Like I can do a video on that. Hell yeah, I was looking for that. Ooh, I like this. You know, the alt arts, even though this is a common card for Hull Drifter. Okay, that's sick. Hull Drifter. Like Mole Drifter for those who know. But like the alt arts of these cards look sick as fuck, dude. Like sick. Nice pack there. And then this third one, we got a Marshall's Path Cruiser, Road Rage, Foul Roads, some Common Carriage, an Insect token, / an Elephant token. And then we got a Forest for the land. Excuse me. And then a foil Gastel Thrill Seeker. And we got a Debris Beetle. When this vehicle enters, each opponent loses 3 life. You gain 3 life. Crew 2. Not bad. Oh, Regal Imperiosaur. Oh, that's good too. That's going in my dinosaur deck, I think. And it's a 5/4 for 1 and 2 green. That is actually kind of goated. Like, and it's an Anthem effect. What? Huh? Why would they put an Anthem effect on a 3 CMC or CMV 5/4 dinosaur? What? It wet? Yeah, it doesn't have any other effects, but hey, it's an Anthem effect, and that's pretty decent. So yeah, honestly, not like fantastic packs, I don't think, but actually goated packs though. Goated packs. Hold on. I do want to check that the cloth. The Cursed Cloth Wrappings, because I think that actually is a card that has value to it. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like it does. Oh man, I don't know how I feel about Dragon Tribal getting so boosted to Takir Dragon Storm. It's gonna be so crazy. Great, we're gonna have so much. What was it? Cursed Cloth Wrappings. So Cursed Cloth Wrappings. How much is that? Even just regular version. Oh, okay, it's like a common. That's not bad. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it actually being not that much. That's a good thing. It's worth jack shit. And I'm not mad with that. I'm not mad with that. But, good card. Good card. And the Regal Imperious art too. That one I think is good. I don't even know. Oh, the Quagfest is the other one I had. That other pack. A little tired. I'm thinking, my thought, because in recent episodes I've had to like manually change my color. I wonder if it's because when I'm drinking Baja Blast on here, that's what's messing with my color balance in my camera. But let's do a test. Let's see if this messes with it. No. What? Did my color balance just magically freeze? Away? Away? You mean I literally have not changed anything. It just magically decided today that What? That my color balance was actually going to be decent to me? What happened? What happened? I don't know. Was that I was absolved of my sins at church at Ash Wednesday? I don't know. I don't know what happened. What happened? But yeah, oh, the other yes, and on Tuesday, I was just at work, sitting in the back, just waiting for things to happen and stuff like that. And I put on The Simpsons because sometimes I do that, and I'm like, I think I've said it before. I'm like a huge Simpsons fan, but uh, they were doing a lot of they were doing episodes because it was Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, and I'm kind of surprised of how many episodes they had like with Mardi Gras themes in it. Because I think they did one early on. And then they had like the spin-off showcase, which was literally the first segment other than that. And then one where Homer, or they throw like a huge Mardi Gras party, and then that basically gets like they take up a second mortgage, and then Ned gets the home or something like that. It's very weird. That episode's very weird. Like really shows that Ned goes way too hard. And then what's the other one? They get diverted to New Orleans for like a family vacation one. Mid. There, what was the one? I mean, it was the showcase, wasn't it? I don't really know. But like, I feel like they have there's a lot of Simpsons episodes, obviously, at this point. But like, god damn. God damn. Oh, and then Homer gets like there's an assassination attempt on Homer by Frank Grimes Jr. That's another episode where it has Mardi Gras themes in it for whatever reason. I think that's kind of rounds that list of that. I think if I were to say my favorite episode, and I think like if I were to interview anyone, I think my best question, just like random people, and it doesn't like, I feel like if I were to like say interview like celebrities or whatever, but like the one thing that I would have to ask every single time, and I'm not going to ask my friends this, but like whatever, what is your favorite episode of The Simpsons? Because I feel like a lot of people have seen it have a favorite episode, whether they can describe what happens in it, or the episode title, or a certain scene, this or that. I mean, yeah, or even like a certain show. Like I just like that conversation in the adult comedy cartoon sort of thing. Because I think for me, I have a couple, and I have obviously three. I think my top three, in no particular order that I can think of off the top of my dome: Boy Scouts in the Hood, 22 Short Stories Around Springfield, or something like, I can't remember the exact title of it. And then The Secret War of Lisa Simpson. All three of those. Because Boy Scouts in the Hood is just a classic. Absolute banger. Straight up. And it has a musical segment. 22 Short Films Around Springfield. Steamed Hams. Like, come on. Like, even as a kid, when we would watch it on like car rides, like that was one that we would play multiple times just because we loved that episode. It was funny. It's very, very funny. And then the reason I like The Secret War of Lisa Simpson, it's the one where they go to military school, and Bart gets sent to military school, and then Lisa's like, screw it, I'm not getting challenged at school. She's like, frick it, I want this challenge. And then through trials and tribulations and stuff like that, I love that episode because it's a Lisa episode. Usually I think there was a certain point where it's like Lisa episodes are all about her always being right. She can never be wrong. Like the absolute worst of the, like, a lot of the Lisa episodes are like, oh, she has a problem, she has some sort of rut that she's in, or she's so superior than other people. It's like, no, she needs to be challenged, but not, she needs to be challenged as a character, not as like her existence or she's smart. It's like, people know she's smart, but what is the test of actual character is the real thing. Like in the early episodes too, like when Lisa became a vegetarian, like that's a good episode because it tested her morals, and whether, even like later on, she has those sorts of episodes too, where it's like Lisa the tree hugger, like that's a good test of character. She did everything that she wanted to do, or that she could do and was willing to do, but lost because, not that she wasn't strong enough, but because a slight moment. And if she would have been there, she would have died. So, like, the reason why I like Secret War, it's like, or the Secret War of Lisa Simpson, is that it's funny, absolutely funny. It starts off with the speaker, the megaphones just stacked along each other and causing like a sound wave of to go across Springfield, and then just like ringing through like a very long time. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. And then even the cutaway gags are just like, why is this here? It's just funny. Or like when they're at the shooting range and Bart's just like blowing things up, and it's like, oh, you got 4 out of 5, impressive. I didn't miss. And it cuts to the Springfield Elementary, and it's Skinner right in front of his, like a crater of his car. It's hilarious. And of course, Nelson going, I love that episode. Even Boy Scouts in the Hood. Another was like, oh, it starts off with like a stupid premise, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's the plot. That sort of episode. But then 22 Short Films is just an absolute classic banger. Although the Apu segment originally had a theme song, and it's like, oh, this did not age well. Well, Apu as a character didn't age well, period. But also at the same time, it's like, it's kind of bum about that, that they, like it was like 2018 or whatever. I can't remember. It's like not that, like, now it's not that long. It's been some time, but like also at the same time, it's like not that long. He's still been around in The Simpsons longer than he hasn't been. But it's just weird that like, even on the episode, like the last episode that he was on, it was like something about like his nephew or something wanted to upgrade the Quickie Mart. Like, even then, like, that wasn't like a terrible episode, but for whatever reason, they're just like, yeah, we're retiring the character because it's kind of racist. It's like, there's other racist characters that are probably way worse that you should probably not be doing, but whatever. They're bigger fish to fry. And Apu is funny. Apu is a complex character. Like, although it's like, oh, because he's Indian and he has a bunch of kids. No, he is, and Hindu, but like also it's like that's been established canon for years, like for decades at this point. And it's like, why are you gonna change? Why are you gonna just ice him? It's like, that's weird. Put him on ice. I'm gonna put you on ice. I'm going to shoot you right in the face. There's nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do about it? Right? Bitch pants, maybe? Come? Oh my gosh. So the joke or whatever, the like the funny meme quote from, you're going to cry, bitch your pants, maybe? Shit and cum. I remember my ex, she was like, I think that was one thing that we would say to each other all the time, just to just to egg us on, just to egg each other on. But one time she did it right in front of my parents, and she's like, "You're gonna cry, beat your pants, maybe." And then she like paused, like, and she's like, she didn't want to say piss and cum or shit and cum. She's like, poop. And it was just like, I turned around, like, laughed. It was hilarious. And I was like, who cares? Oh, man. Gonna cry, bitch, bitch, me. Poop. That's exactly how she said it, too. It was just like, what? That was oh, man. Actually, it's almost been... When is St. Patrick's Day? It's the 14th? Shit, I don't know. Hold on. When is it today? When is it this year? The 17th. It's on a Monday? Ugh. Ew. Ew. Yuck. Ew. It's on a Monday. The 17th. Okay, so I can't really... fuck it, I will. So it's almost been 5 years. And I don't... So if you want to know some lore of... kind of myself, I guess. I don't really know. So 5 years ago, my grandpa was on like hospice, and he had stage 4, basically like just cancer in his intestines and intestinal area, and it was terminal, and he had cancer for like a long time, and the fact that he was able to survive as long as he did is a miracle. But the reason that it really ended was he had like a weird reaction to some medicine that forced him to stop chemo for like a long time. And during that time, the cancer was able to grow back and come with a vengeance. So he was pretty much screwed. And I think we knew that he was going to go, but we didn't know when. And because he's in hospice, we know he's going, but we don't know when. But judging at the way that it was going to be soon. And I remember like even doing the radio show, like even the 2 weeks I was there, he was already in hospice. Like, I think that day is when he moved in. It was the second to last episode that I did. So during the spring break, I visited him like 2-3 times at least. Yes. And actually I did twice. The third time was obviously when he passed. But no, actually I did visit 3 times before he did go. I feel like that was right. I feel like that's right. Either that it was like the same day. I can't remember. Twice on a day. So the day that he actually did pass away, I was getting ready to go back up to school, to go back to my apartment in Moorhead for, going back to college because spring break was ending. And I was having a lot of trouble that day. Like, getting bacon in the car was always a struggle. Getting this little fuck nugget, this turd of a cat into a kennel is hard. Like, it's impossible. I literally gave up and said, yeah, you can do your own thing. He knows how to get out. Like, I've seen him do it. It's crazy. It's like, I can't hold him in one of those. And he will not go in one. Willingly. So he just hangs out in the car whenever I have to take him somewhere. Or wants to go for a ride. I'd try to do the dog thing of like, oh, want to go for a ride? Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he doesn't. But it's fun to do that. It's fun. So we get him in the car, get all my stuff packed up, ready to go. And I start driving, get whatever, get his. And I think during this time I was having some car troubles because my driver's side like mirror was like gone, like basically gone. I had to reattach it with like masking tape essentially. And also apparently at the same time one of my back lights was like trying to fall off or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I had to like tape that too. So I get to like 20 minutes in, I like retape it because I'm seeing tape just fly around. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. It's all going good. It's all swimmingly. I was on the phone the entire time with my girlfriend at the time, and it's fine. Whatever. Get off the call. Whatever. Keep driving for a while, and I get to this like on the highway when I'm traveling up on 94. There's this certain spot that I like the last time that I had driven north, like really driven north, other than like Christmas or whatever. But to get to my apartment specifically, I had a bad, like my car seized up, like it was bad. So when I get a call in the exact lane I was at the exact time that I had the problem, I'm like, you're not gonna believe. So I answered the phone and it's like, it was my dad. It's like, Dad, you're not gonna believe where I'm at. And he's like, well, you're not gonna believe the news that I'm about to tell you. I mean, he didn't actually say that, but it's like, oh, I'm like, oh, it happened. He's like, yep, it happened. And I get off the phone like less than a mile. This phone call, I don't know what about it. I remember the phone call being longer than it was, but also incredibly short. Because I remember like I like was talking about like for about a minute, maybe more, a little bit more, but being like, okay, I'm gonna be turning around. You know where I'm at. I'll be there as fast as I can. Whatever. And almost immediately, I get off the phone. I'm on the highway. I'm still driving. Keep in mind, I do not condone a lot of like driving whatever, but I call my boss up. I'm like, hey boss, I can't come back. Like, oh, my grandpa passed away. I'm not coming back. And he's like, yeah, okay. And so I'm like, click, click. I call my girlfriend at the time, and I'm like, it happened. And she knew too. I'm like, it happened. Get like some clothes for me. I'm like, yes. And it's crazy too because like by the time like she showed up, she was at the like our little funeral wake final goodbyes thing that we had at the senior living care whatever place. And I do remember getting home probably before she did. Or maybe she might have been there. I don't know if she got there in time. But I'm glad that she was able to do that and like drive all the way down there. I think we did drive back up, but I think she was planning on going home anyways because I think the lockdown thing was about to also be set in, but it wasn't like finalized. It was kind of wishy-washy. No one knew. And no one really knew at the time, but it was kind of happening, but like no one really knew the full extent of what was going to happen. And so, excuse me. I wonder but it was a weird time because when I got back, when I got to the senior living thing, got a mask or something like that, I went up. I was surprisingly not the last one there, but I got there fast. I think my family was like a lot further away, but I was like, once I turned around, I was like, I felt the spirit going up. Not to get super religious, although, It's already there. I definitely felt his spirit getting higher. And yeah, not to get teary, but whatever. I get there. Basically, I kind of like beelined it to get to where they were living, or their apartment, I guess, because it was kind of an apartment. And everyone's silent. Everyone's silent when I come in. I see my grandma just kind of crying, whatever. I just go up and give her just a nice bear hug. And everyone was weeping. Everyone. Like, oh man, that was like, not to pat myself on the back on that one, but like, everyone was like, kind of like, but then I could just hear it. It's like, oh, that was so, it was big. It was a big moment. I'm getting fucking teary. Fuck. But it's fine. No, it's actually fine. But no, that was a huge moment. But I know he's in a better place, and I know eventually once my grandma does whatever, she's in a nursing home. She has memory problems. That's kind of typical with when I get older. I hope I don't have those sorts of problems, but especially on her side of the family, and it's mainly the girls, and I can't really say for the guys that were on her side of the family, but they had a lot of memory problems. Because I do remember one of her sisters was really bad, like really, really, really bad, with a dementia and, Alzheimer's or whatever. But like, you could say hello, your name, everything. Less than a minute later, you could get asked the exact same thing. It was bad. And like, she knows, people here and there, but some days is better than others. But that's getting old. And she's 92, like 90, like 93. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly. She's getting up there, and it's, again, 5 years. Like, a lot of times when, couples had that, been, like that, but they've been old and whatever, growing for that long, they usually die within like a year, typically. But no, she is one tough cookie. But she is a demon at bingo. A demon. She's also a trickster. She is a major trickster. That's where I probably get it from. That's probably exactly where I get it from. A little stinker. A little stinker. Yeah. That's probably where I get it from. Probably. But yeah, there's something else I wanted to talk about in that sort of situation. And it's fine. Oh, yeah. I wonder what it would have been like. So, thinking about like, I wonder what it would have been like, thinking about it now, if I did go back up during COVID and just stayed there and worked somewhere. I wonder how it would have changed. I wonder, like, because, like, especially with the radio show too, when I did that, like, we had like our top 30 and whatever shows and whatnot. I wonder how it would have changed. Would have been able to do more? I don't know. That actually kind of makes me think. It's something I might think about, honestly, deeper. Because, like, that is a question, because, like, we would still get stuff into our system even though things are there. And, like, even like during COVID times, we were getting like records, freaking every week from the labels and things like that. We would always be always be rating albums and stuff like that. And some weeks we didn't get that many, but others we did. And I think later on, when I was a DJ, I was doing a lot more digital than actual CD stuff. And with the CDs, they were kind of hard to do it because you needed a player. But I could do one, and typically those, the thing that sucked about CDs is that you would also have to like kind of cross reference to make sure that the songs are the correct songs in order, because some of the CDs that we would get always we're just like, oh, this song that should have been number 2 is actually number 5, and number 5 is number 3, and number 4 is number 4, but 1 is a secret track that you didn't know about, but it's our banger track, so we put it at 1 just because. And our secret track, oops, it's said as a line in a different song. That said as track 1 or whatever the hell. Yeah. We'd sometimes get those. It was kind of dumb. But yeah. I wonder how though what it would have done if I was living in the apartment during that time. Cause like me and my girlfriend just left like a solid like whatever 6 months or whatever. And just from like March to August basically we weren't living in the apartment. We just weren't. Or like mid-March, almost April, like we just weren't living in the apartment. Yeah. Those are weird times too. COVID was freaking strange. I'll tell you that. That apartment too, like I'm glad I got out of there because like I could barely reach over my head and hit the ceiling. But the water was free, the internet was included, although it was kind of actually. Yeah, it kind of was. It was spotty. But it was not bad. It was not too bad. I feel like I want more space, especially for Bacon, because like he, the reason that he got big is that he didn't get accustomed to the space, and I think diet and exercise and things like that. He was, it's small. He had nowhere to go, so that makes sense. But whatever. I feel like I want to get to wrap this up. So fuck it, I guess. Whatever. Let's do it. So if you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Meltec Original, and you can interact in the chat. You can change how things go. I don't even know what I'm going to name this episode. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to render it right now. I might just do that in the morning while like I'm taking a shower, doing stuff. Just put out the episode later than I usually do. I feel like I might just do that because like I'll do like the after show still. It'd probably just be as long as I usually would, or even longer, because like I could actually do more stuff. And that's the reason to stick around too. The after shows, that's the reason to come to stream or watch the VOD, is to watch the after show. That too. Or just mess around off the cuff, no recording. So anything that I do in there stays in there, and it's gone when it's gone. When the VOD is gone. You can maybe save it yourself, but do not post it anywhere. Please. For the love of God. Do not clip. Unless if, I say so. What else? Thank you to Gradients for the use of their song Used to It off the Call. I'll come back to that in a second there, though, because I forgot to say, you can also go to YouTube, watch every single episode, and listen to every single episode on Spotify, starting at episode 100, and you can listen to Minute Ramen, the radio show, which is just a precursor for the Livecast. Just a 5-year precursor. Not really 5. It's just a 2.5-year precursor. No, 3. Technically. No, 2.5. Because the last episode would have been that. Whatever. Yeah. Just when I used to do this as a radio show, it's a lot more music that I cut out. And the playlists are with it, which, dang, some of the stuff that I have in there are great. Others not so much, but come and go. So yeah, use So yeah, Graydon's used to it off off of the album The Call. Again, I think their next album's gonna freaking beat the shit out of this one. It's so good. And we already talked about it on we literally glazed them last episode, so that's enough. Literally glazed them on air. I don't know. Thank you guys for listening, watching, doing what you do, and all that other stuff. I'm waiting for it to be just not time. And it isn't time yet. But like, man, this doesn't feel like it's been a short episode, but it also feels like it's been a long episode. Probably because I opened the magic cards early. Yeah, that might be it. That could be it. But that's how it works sometimes. But yeah, it's not midnight here anymore. But you can stick around because you got the after show and stuff like that. So it's not midnight here anymore, but it's midnight somewhere else. It is a mountain time. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye.